Guys, I'm sorry, I have to use my phone. I'm having issues with my computer with my audio. I don't know, since my last video was a few months ago, perhaps 3 months ago. I want you to remember that this Friday evening is when we celebrate the Feast of the Trumpets. It's the feast that we know as the day that no man knows the day or the hour. It's the only feast that can fall during the new moon. So it can be on the first or on the second day, depends on when the moon sliver is visible. If you guys forgot, then you have to work on that Saturday. I hope that you don't work on Saturdays because it's part of the Sabbath, it's part of the sign. You won't be saved if you work on the Saturday. That's the mark of the beast. You don't buy or sell unless you have the mark of the beast. So we know that on that day we cannot buy or sell. I want you to guys, again, I'm sorry for the inconvenience. I'm using my phone. I found a prophet. I want you to pay special attention. The name of the site is midnightcry.com. The name of the prophet, he calls himself a prophet. He says, "Thus say the Lord." I believe he is a prophet. He's very much says the same things that we've been saying here. Yet use the name Jesus. I want you to hear and pay special attention. Go to his site. It's called midnightcry.com. I don't know if you can see this, the name. Try a little bit. Sorry. I'm having issues with my audio. midnightcry.com. This is what he's saying. 100 million Bibles are printed every year. So why is America the modern Sodom and Gomorrah? The biblical hypocrisy, lack of love. But I want you to go what he says. In less than 6 days, the weekend of Rosh Hashanah, which is an absolute mistake. It's not Rosh Hashanah, it's Yom Teruah. I'm going to make a video explaining how Yom Teruah became Rosh Hashanah. Rosh Hashanah, if you guys call this feast Rosh Hashanah, you're pagans. Rosh Hashanah comes from the Babylonian Talmud. The rabbis institute that day. So don't ever call that thing Rosh Hashanah because it's not the beginning of the year. We're still on the fall feast, and the feast are during the end of the year, and then we haven't reached. We're on the 7th month. The end of the year is on the 12th. Again, let's go to what he says. September 1820. That's when the Feast of the Trumpet starts. Evening of 18, which is the 19th. American lives will all change. Great fear, misery, and grief will come to America. September of 2020, the beginning of lamentations, mourning, and woe. That's the Great Tribulation, according to this gentleman. I want you to read this. Events that will take place in less than 6 days. Starting today, 6 days from today, which is September 16 of 2020. First quote, he says, 4 televangelists will die on the same day. And he gives names. Kenneth Copeland, Jim Baker, John Shorey, and Joyce Meyer. Unprecedented judgments on the modern hypocritical Christian church system. We know, leave Babylon. If you're in the church, leave, because they're not going to teach you anything that is related to the Nazarene credo or the true example that is the Messiah. Follow me, not the churches. The death of President Trump. Wow. He's quoting that Trump will die after this 4 televangelists will die on the same day. Next is Trump. the collapse of America, California to have a 10.0 earthquake, which if that happens, it's the collapse of America because all transportation, all fuel, all foods that are mainly used in California, just to all parts of the nation, will cease. We will be seeing famine. So if you guys want to believe this, there will be no election. And the last thing he quotes is Yellowstone will erupt. It doesn't give a specific date. We don't know if it's because of the earthquake. I don't know if the earthquake comes before or the Yellowstone will erupt and then the earthquake will come. If there's an earthquake, be prepared for famines. Start packing food, at least for 6 months. For 100 something days, let's say that, let's check for how long Noah was in the ark. That's probably how much food and water we are going to be needing if we're going to be in the ark for all those days. Interesting. If he is a prophet, this thing will happen. If not, he's speaking from his own heart. I have no way of saying, and he's not a prophet. I respect everybody that says thus say Yahweh. I think it's very, very stupid to say Yahweh said this and you're not a prophet. We'll see. All I can tell you guys is repent. We're in the end of the times. If this happens, this will be triggering the Great Tribulation. America will fall. That's a fact. I don't know when, but America's going to fall. America must pay for all their sins. And all I can tell you guys is repent.